What does the voice of God sound like? You know, there have been so many people down throughout the years that have asked that question. And when you think about it, it is an important question that needs to be answered. Let me show you something. As humans, we always get ideas that come into our minds. And the question is, where is this idea coming from? Is God speaking to me? Are these ideas my own? Are these thoughts coming from the realm of the demonic? We need clarity because we have to make a decision about whether we'll trust the voice that we hear. The confusion around recognizing God's voice is caused by a lot of things. In the time in which we live, some of it can be blamed on Hollywood. They've done a really good job of convincing people that when God speaks, he has this very deep voice and there's thunder and lightning and the ground will shake. Now, don't get me wrong. God can certainly appear that way. He did it in the Old Testament with Israel at Mount Sinai. In that confrontation, Israel was terrified. But that's not the only way that God can speak. Elijah also had a conversation with the Lord. And the Bible says that there was a whirlwind, there was also an earthquake and fire, but the Lord wasn't in any of those things. And then came a gentle whisper, and when Elijah heard it, he went out and had his conversation with God. But if we want the clearest answer, I think we have to go to the Lord himself. In John chapter 10, Jesus had a conversation with a bunch of Pharisees. And in that conversation, he described himself as the good shepherd. And he said that his sheep know his voice. Now, during the time of Christ, it wasn't uncommon for sheep to be kept in pens at night for safety. And many times there will be more than one flock in the pen. Now, in the morning, the shepherd would show up looking for his flock, but there was a problem. All the sheep look alike. But to distinguish his flock from another flock, the shepherd would go throughout the flocks, making a particular sound. And the sheep that were a part of his flock, when they heard that sound, they would follow that shepherd. And the only reason they could recognize the sound is because they spent so much time with the shepherd. And I think that's what the Lord was trying to convey. If we want to know what God sounds like, we have to spend time with God. And the more time you spend with God, the easier it becomes to distinguish his voice from all of the other voices that are coming into your mind. The Lord was certainly right. His sheep recognize his voice and they won't follow another. One of the reasons why they won't follow another, not only do they recognize the voice, but also when they follow their shepherd, he leads them to good pastures. Brothers and sisters, spend time with God and learn how to recognize his voice. Listen, if you've been blessed by this message, do me a favor. Take a moment, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, become a part of my channel. And before you leave, take a moment to check out one of my other videos. God bless you.